Only a month into his term as Japan's new Prime Minister, Shigeru Ishiba and his cabinet are already facing a major crisis, both inside and outside his Liberal Democratic Party.
Mr. Ishiba is going to face the challenge of fighting against a civil war within the Liberal Democratic Party.
The LDP ruled Japan almost continuously for 70 years, but in recent years it has been plagued by a series of scandals. Faced with record-high unpopularity, former Prime Minister Fumio Kishida stepped down in September. Ishiba replaced him soon after. Although Ishiba is popular among the public for his clean image, he's disliked by many within the LDP. Some members see him as a traitor for having opposed the party's stance several times.
He was not the preferred candidate to become the LDP president and eventual prime minister, and the conservatives within the party are going to work hard to push him out.
To secure his and his party's position, Ishiba called for snap elections.
新政権はできる限り早期に国民の審判を受けることが重要であると考えており、諸条件が整えば10月27日に解散総選挙を行い考えております。
Ishiba took a gamble and lost. The LDP fell short of securing a majority in the House of Representatives, the Japanese Diet's lower house.
The Japanese voters really have voiced their concern about corruption, slush funds, and the fact that LDP representatives really seem out of touch with the ordinary problems of Japanese. And with that, they voted for opposition parties as a rejection of the ruling Liberal Democratic Coalition.
よく皆さんの国民の声を聞くようにということですよね。で聞くようなことがなかったんで今回みたいに大敗しちゃうわけですよね。長いこと要するに自分ら中心の政治だったもんで、はい。
ちょっとやはり世の中の世間の人が今の日本の状況を変えたいっていう思いが結果につながったんじゃないかなと思います。
With the LDP losing 68 seats and its conservative ally, the Buddhist Komeito Party, losing 9 seats, what lies ahead? Their coalition is still the most likely to form a government for two reasons. The LDP is still the most represented party, while the largest opposition, Constitutional Democratic Party, is not strong enough to form its own coalition.
The opposition party, there's not a lot of alignment on most issues, making a grand coalition between all the opposition parties under a Constitutional Democratic Party of Japan unlikely.
This will make it tough for Ishiba to govern, even with an LDP-led government. For every policy he wants to pass, Ishiba will have to strategically identify partners to help push it through.
Who will he form an alliance with? He's likely going to form alliances based on an issue-by-issue coalition rather than a sustained coalition. That means working with different parties on different issues, such as regulatory reform, assistance for education or healthcare or pensions. Depending on the issue, there'll be a different partner.
But many of Ishiba's proposed reforms will not be able to secure support in the Diet, including his flagship project to form an Asian NATO security alliance.
The Asian NATO, nobody wants it, not even the United States. Things like joint command and increasing the cooperation with the United States and within the alliance, this is something that's feasible. Things like people keeping their surnames before getting married or same-sex marriage, these have already been thrown out. So what we're likely to see Mr. Ishiba do is again focus on something achievable with coalition partners that can accrue some political capital and try to wait out until the upper house elections this summer. The hope is that the upper house elections with some success in public policy will turn the tide for the LDP and for Mr. Ishiba.
But Ishiba will still have to reckon with pushback from LDP senior members.
The civil war within the LDP will only deepen, making it very difficult for Mr. Ishiba to achieve concrete policies domestically, but also to have any positive shift internationally. I think most of us believe that Mr. Ishiba will be looking for a new job in 6 months.
Upper house elections by July 2025 will crucially decide Ishiba's government and political future, if he manages to hang on to his post by then.